I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough. Taming the beast within is tougher. I'm a little out of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking. I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough. Taming the beast within is tougher.
Good evening, my darlings. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well.
Around? I'm in the mood for some peace.
Doing pretty well. Sorry for the late start. I was having some weirdness with my audio. Well, specifically with my earbuds and how we were dealing with certain things, but it's not important. What's important is we're going to go ahead and finish up this black market storyline. Maybe I'll be able to get to bed on time tonight. Probably not. Some problems.
It's her, the boss of the Spina di Rosula.
Looking for a job, Yehoda?
Huh? Uh-oh, things are about to kick off. What are you worried about, Yehoda? Shh, don't you see him over there? Parasol Lady's the head honcho of the Fontanian underworld. Rumor is she pulled the crumbling organization back together and avenged her father with her own hands. Oh, we don't want to see the bad side.
That's not how it worked, but
That over there is a
okay.
merc captain from Liyue. She has a fleet of her own that sails the seas. Most people know to steer clear. I was worried this expo might not be big enough for the two of them. If
I believe
so,
a merc captain sailor
apart.
would be a
Like
privateer.
end, though. You don't think
So,
we're butting heads
yeah.
already, do you? What am I gonna do?
Let me handle this.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, hey there, partner in Paimon. Partner?
Can't go far in my line of work without hearing about the president of the Spina di Rosula or the champion duelist of the court of Fontaine. Thought I'd make some friends since the opportunity's presenting itself. Plus,
See,
now
they're pros,
travelers around
okay?
the
They don't
world
they don't mess around. They don't start crap.
What's
That's
the traveler got to do with that?
you gotta understand.
Kind, Miss Beto.
It's better to make friends than it is to make enemies.
There was a friend of ours. She's managing the expo, and seeing as you're all big shots where you come from, she was worried you might, butt heads. Is that so? Well, I think you can put her at ease.
Yeah, and if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
Here you
Was that guy dancing with a robot?
These people are your friends. How is that even possible?
They don't call me the traveler for nothing. I mean, it seems like you shouldn't be all that surprised about it, unless you seriously underestimated us. You didn't seriously underestimate us, did you, Yehoda? What is he dancing? He's dancing like nobody's watching. But I'm watching. And why are you dancing with this robot? He doesn't even... He's not even moving. Maybe he's got to go to the bathroom really bad, but he's trying to figure out how the robot works. Never know.
Sir, we don't forbid exhibitors from offering drink samples, but I need to make sure you understand what you're getting into. Any samples you offer are at your own risk. If anything goes wrong, like if a customer has a bad reaction to one of your products, the expo can't take any responsibility.
Rest assured, ma'am, what you see here is 100% pure Mondstadt vintage. Straight from the Dawn Winery's cellars, actually.
Really? Wow-wee! You don't often find Mondstadt wine this far away from home.
Ah, you're telling me. If you try to ship this stuff through the proper channels, all the taxes and tariffs would send the prices skyrocketing. But that's where my connections come in. With me, you get Mondstadt wine at Mondstadt prices.
Cool!
Hmm.
What kind of connections?
Well, I mean, it seems like it's just the expo, right? Because this would be smuggling with its.
People questions
So
like that.
it's legal today and only today. Hey, what's up? You got some rifles? Fancy rifles. Maybe we should give see if Chevrouse would like one of those. That would help increase her pyro power.
Wait, that's a familiar face. Isn't that Viswava?
That was the lady who was
Traveler.
doing
There'd be some big
the chess kind of thing.
Let's get the official business over with.
The event
first.
like a month ago.
Fortunately, you're the first seller at the expo to receive a complaint. We've received word that the muskets
Even
you're
before
selling
Dory?
are a few shots away from turning into scrap.
Well, yeah. It's written here plain as day. Muskets for sale. Condition extremely poor. The internal grooves have been worn away and the ammo might be damp. Best practice is to pray that it doesn't explode before each use.
What?
Wait, so you weren't speaking in code to cover your tracks? Code? Yeah, sometimes people bring stuff that needs to be kept on the down low, so they dress it up as junk beforehand. Happens on the black market all the time.
You're overthinking things here. This stuff really is junk. We were just gonna scrap them, but my superiors thought we might as well try and make some more off of them. And who knows? If the prayers are answered and the gun ends up firing a few times,
Maybe we don't
the buyer
give them
hasn't
to
totally
chivalrous.
wasted their money, have they?
Guess not.
I mean, a weapon on the brink of ruin that's still capable of considerable firepower. Doesn't that just scream black market to you?
Yeah, but who would buy something like this? Maybe collectors who don't care if it works, and desperados who don't care if it explodes. Fair enough.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing to carry if stuff hits the fan, but it seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. Like it would weigh you down enough to make it more likely that stuff hits the fan. But, okay.
Welcome to the Treasure Hoarder booth.
Hey,
Treasure
Lockaberry.
hoarders have a booth? Yep, every year. This is the largest legal black market in all of Teyvat. The stuff they dig up is perfect for a place like this. But can one person really represent their entire organization? No way. Treasure Hoarder is just a catch-all title. Their internal structure is crazy complicated. The thing is, the members who'd apply to set up the exhibits used to give themselves ever more highfalutin titles. You know, to boost buyer confidence. Over time, it became an unwritten rule that each expo can only have one Treasure Hoarder booth. The different factions usually duke it out beforehand for the right to take part.
To be honest, I see myself as a member of the Fruity Order first, and a Treasure Hoarder second.
Fruity Order? That sounds familiar.
Of course it does. The Fruity Order is known far and wide for its heroic deeds.
Heroic. Treasure Hoarder.
The
Okay.
Order's a familiar name around here, at least. They've been winning the Treasure Hoarder Expo rights for a few years now. Although, this guy's a new face.
I feel like we have to have met him before. Maybe, maybe not though. I don't know. Maybe someone who's gonna pop up a lot more. Well, I guess we'll see. Try and remember his voice.
Demands are ridiculous. What's wrong? This exhibitor is apparently selling some rare Natlanese artifacts. And he's making some extremely unrealistic demands about how he wants them stored. I know the contract says that we're responsible for storage, but I'm sorry. It's unreasonable to expect us to meet these requirements.
Unreasonable? These are rare and very fragile historical relics we're talking about. You can't just throw them into a warehouse, okay? They have to be handled with care.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, aren't you?
Tumaini?
Yep, that's Tumaini, all right. So, what exactly do you need?
We're here to bring you hope that maybe it can work
I
out.
suppose I can use the assigned warehouse if I really have to. Just don't tell Granny Eatsley about this, please.
Nice negotiating with you.
Whatever Tumaini means. It seems like it carries even more weight than name dropping Neff.
I thought we were gonna help him out, but apparently the hope is just that he won't get in trouble. I don't know. Actually, kills a menu. Let's get our Freemo gems from that. Oh. These continue to be part of the trade expo? You never know what an opportunity comes knocking. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay, well. We might not actually finish this tonight.
Clink Clank Krumkake Craft Shop's booth yet? They're selling blueprints for a machine. With everything Uncle's taught me, I bet I could build one of those thwack and smack defense bots. We should buy a blueprint.
Sounds like a waste of money to me. We should be spending our expo earnings on more important stuff like clothes.
But Uncle said the most important thing is that we have fun.
Guys, please don't fight. I hate to break it to you.
One of those guys is going to,
comes to this expo looking to buy toys. If
he's gonna be successful in life, and one of them
it won't be
is gonna be poor
ourselves a blueprint.
his entire life.
I doubt it'll even
Blame everyone
cover
else.
their new clothes. Oh, hi Yehoda. Hi Traveler. I came here to make sure you kids stay safe. So listen carefully. If you want to look around the expo, that's fine. But you need to be extremely careful when talking to any strangers. Okay? A lot of crazy people show up to this expo. Both sellers and buyers. You don't know what they might be capable of. So if anything happens, don't try to deal with it yourselves. Call for me right away. You got that? Yehoda's really serious about looking out for these kids. Well, it's kinda my job. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. Oh, just take a look around. This booth is the only one being run by a bunch of kids. If there's anyone out there aiming to cause trouble, you can bet they'll start with the weakest target.
Right. I guess we probably should check and see actually needs to be seen. $17 total. Ah, okay. Hey ho, Yehoda. What's up?
What you up to, Yehoda? Just keeping an eye on things. Looking out for any problems that might need me to step in. Hey, you three! What are you doing here? There should be at least one of you manning the booth at all times.
Accessing booth operation logs. Analyzing. Neb left to try and buy a new blueprint. Ati soon followed to try and stop him. Finally, Rhea came to mediate between them.
I keep telling you, we don't have that much Mora to spare!
I just wanted to have a look. What's wrong with that?
Guys, seriously, stop fighting! Here's the thing, Neb. Even if you could afford to buy a blueprint, I'm afraid I couldn't allow it. I know you like building stuff, but these designs aren't for toys like the kind you're used to. They're for weapons, which are very complicated to build and extremely dangerous.
That's a load of baloney, dumpster diver. My designs are toys too, actually.
Huh? You build a machine that can blast monsters into the sky, and in your mind, that's a toy?
I mean, at the end of the day, is there really that much difference between weapons and toys anyway?
You know, I don't.
Sure. Oh, that's not the point.
I hate that she has a point, but also there was a what was that? Tiny soldiers or something like that.
Too. I also have some design ideas of my own, and with your bots as the basis, maybe I'll be able to try them out for real.
I get it. Your head's so full of ideas you want to bring to life that you can hardly sleep at night. You try eating some snacks to take your mind off things, but it doesn't seem to help anymore.
Exactly. But what can I do? I'll never be able to afford one of your blueprints.
Is Aino about to get herself an apprentice?
You must have blueprints for the toys you've made too, right? Let's trade. One of your toys for one of mine.
Really?
That's boy.
Much, ma'am?
That's quite the
Or...
the favorable trade on her.
It's Boss.
And
Boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
Thank you so much, boss of the Clink Clank Krumkake Craft Shop. Huh, that was very thoughtful. Who are you, and what have you done with Aino?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a boss, aren't I? A lot of people depend on me. Looking out for them is a big part of the job.
Did that really just happen? For a moment there, Aino stopped being a little kid and acted like a full-on grown-up. A grown-up who's shorter than the kid she was looking out for, but still.
Previous records indicate that Aino has a 94% chance of adopting such behaviors when encountering a child in a similar situation to herself.
what's the 6%? Where does that come from? I imagine we're probably going to have to move up the managing affairs thing at some point, but before we can continue with the tales and anecdotes. But I don't know. Doesn't seem. Also, it seems. Hold on. 1, 2. Oh, okay, so these each only have one. I was thinking that's 18, but actually it's 16. And then there's this one more. Okay. 17. Can we actually buy from this? Oh no, that's not the icon, never mind.
Oh, Blintz and Iwa! Fancy seeing you here!
Ah, traveler. Paimon, how do you do?
Here to buy some stuff? I mean, they could probably restore these rifles pretty well.
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Or they could try reverse engineering them.
The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw.
So it's the collector stuff.
The officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the wild hunt as well. But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it. Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero. Our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind.
They don't actually own the rifle.
Given to new recruits. And the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
Huh.
So much for the old military rifles going home with the soldiers using them. Anyway, thought-provoking perspective.
I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flintz. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance? Of course.
La la la. La 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 la. Oh. More treasure hoarders have arrived. However, it appears they're not on the same side as one participating in the event. Uh-oh. Ruthless Calla Lily. Have we seen you before? Maybe. Maybe. Keep it clean, guys. I mean, you can always sell to them so that they can sell your stuff. I mean, it just seems reasonable. That seems like a reasonable thing, like...
So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey, you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Wait, really? I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytune Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member.
Wait, hold on. So he's not actually a member of the Fruity Order?
I applied under your name, and now I finally get to meet you.
Oh, man.
It's those idiots. Stirring again, huh?
So
that was a sneaky plan.
This guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row, so we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along. A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out, so imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The Fruity Order's as good as they say. Can I join?
We can't make trouble at the expo. Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nashita.
Oh, he did.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
He did.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on. So
maybe that's what's going on with that guy.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
Oh boy. So he did. I mean, it's that simple, really. Just browsing. Think I'll take everything. I mean, when it comes to this guy... Oh. Well, it looks like Varka beat us to it.
What do you think? Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
Varka? You're here for the expo too?
Oh hey, Traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes, and on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
The whole batch? Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Leben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door? Apparently, he uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Hyman, why are you telling the Grandmaster about the smuggling?
Good. Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, it's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end,
Yeah.
come visit our base sometime.
The green here is a little too green. I might need to adjust the filters, the color correction. Sorry about that. My pleasure. Are you offering the Traveler hard cider?
Grandmaster.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
Hey, don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture.
Where do you plan to make your next fortune?
I'm planning on heading to Snezhnegrad, actually. I hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one. With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
Oh, hello, D-Look.
I can't believe you came all this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
I understand, but please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that. No faction exists in Nodcry that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
I see. So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt. You... I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from Nodcry. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Aren't they though?
One day, my wine
False
will be the
advertising.
Dawn
People
Winery in the dust.
I'll grant
People-
your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes.
Yeah, see, this is the point.
Need
Is
to worry about any
people taste his and they like, oh, this is Dawn Winery wine? Well, whatever.
Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your two old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share. At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
Well, hello. Hello, Chaska. It's Chaska. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't tell her. I swear. I didn't tell her.
I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Oh, please, Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Say, Lolly! What are you...
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from Nodcry that someone was selling Wyob fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Seat Lolly here to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully keep things under control.
Oh. Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Are you intending to try and stop me?
Did we stop the whole situation with the guy selling fake Dawn Winery wine? Like, that seems like I mean, the Fatui person had to announce that they were like, yeah, we're selling crap. So shouldn't that guy have to announce that as well? Please, Granny Eatsley.
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our YAB are not for sale. Wait a second.
They're fake. Duh.
This is just a shard of a YAB pillar. And its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the YAB. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 mora apiece.
What?
800,000 mora?
And don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a YAB fragment. I didn't want to correct them, cause that way I could drum up the price.
Ugh, forget it.
Oh, this game
Since
is...
you asked me so nicely,
scamming.
I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh, but he's gonna be in a lot of trouble when he gets home. Thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Is that Alice and Nicole at Dory's booth? Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, it's Alice and Nicole!
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon.
You looking to buy some stuff from Dory?
Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which I've asked dear Dory to try out. We're here today to see how it's all going.
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain.
Oh, that's right. I gotta...
Instead of an amount of mora, you collect courage, kindness, or happiness from the buyer. The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. With an excellence of character, even the treasures of the Hexen Circle are within your reach. Kinda like a Sealy guiding intrepid adventurers through various tribulations until they claim their prize. Such fun, wouldn't you say?
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hexen Circle gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara specialties just to break even.
Wait, you're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a head for business.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Alice.
Well, at least that'll help her to breaking even. So, what's he doing?
Time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up. Finally,
Fortnite sleeve?
Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, things are pretty calm right now. Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Why did you have to say that?
I've got a problem over here.
You knew the... You know to never say that.
You just jinxed it.
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and... no dice.
The same thing happened to me. Goods first, pay later.
Treasure hoarder.
That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either. Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehoda, we need help! Ahti went into town a while back, and we haven't heard from him.
Oh no.
What? Why would he do that? He wanted to use the mora we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone. Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge of all that stuff.
Oh, this is bad. Okay, let's not panic. What happened? Remember
Someone stole the certification.
a while back?
Duh.
I'm worried they kidnapped him and are using his certification to scam goods off the other exhibitors. Sorry. Oh, this isn't your fault. Should we rescue Ahti first? But Notcry's huge. Where would we even start? We could go for the goods first, but we're dealing with a group. If they split up, it'll be impossible to nab them. Oh, come on, Yehoda, come on! You promised Boss Nephew to uphold the guild's reputation, and you promised the kids you'd protect them. This is all falling apart. Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver. Oh.
Wow, really?
Right. The Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch.
Clank Clank Crisis Control Switch activated. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Activating the switch gives
Way
you
too powerful.
temporary control over all the robots in Notcry. If you wanted, you could turn this whole place upside down. But it won't last long, so think about what you want to do first. In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
I mean, where the stolen goods are, you'd probably find Ahti.
Advanced
But it's kind of weird that they're
Miss Yehoda.
Orders received.
kind of weird that they'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's just go ahead and let him be murdered to find the goods." Help with the robots. Ahti is quickly rescued, and people holding him scatter and flee. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Sorry. I made you all worry.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
Wait, what?
See?
Really?
Told ya. With the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch, there's no problem in Notcry you can't handle.
What?
So many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both. I know. These kids call me boss, and as their boss,
She's secretly more powerful than Columbina.
them get in trouble with the guild.
Thanks, boss.
I know who's a great person to have on your side, huh?
Yeah. She's
I could hug
probably more powerful than any of the Archons.
I think I'll have
With
that
all the
application
robots.
first. Oh, right. I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
Yehoda finally catches a break and is free from further drama for the time being. Hey, that's all of them. Now, you gotta complete. Oh, we still haven't finished part 1. I thought this would be part 2 at least. But okay. This is the second floor. Have we ever been in the first floor?
You hear? Turns out, we actually do need your help with something.
Ah, Miss Yelan from Liyue and Miss Chevreuse from Fontaine. It's quite the honor. Forgive me for not greeting you sooner.
So you knew we were coming all along?
Anticipating your arrival is one thing. Getting you to...
You've got a lot to learn, Chefrus. Okay.
And that's why you put the Traveler in charge of participant coordination. You knew we trusted him enough to tell him the truth about our plans. And you also knew
that is a shiny floor.
For your arrangement, the first thing he would do is bring us here. How else could I have gotten us all to the negotiating table?
So this was all according to Keikaku.
Forgive me for not cluing you in, Traveler. I had a feeling things could get complicated, so caution was vital. Rest assured, you will still be compensated as promised.
So, can someone explain what's going on here?
Yes. Might as well get it out in the open, ladies. You two were going to exchange intel sooner or later, correct? No better time than the present. Recently, the bandits at our border have become more aggressive. We don't know how, but they seem to have gotten their hands on some kind of weapon, which has made them a lot more dangerous. The caravan transports have been helpless against their attacks.
We're facing a similar situation in Fontaine. Conflicts between gangs have been escalating, with civilians getting caught in the crossfire. Our investigation indicates that someone has been supplying the gangs with some unusually powerful weaponry. Even with the Spina's help, we've been struggling to curb the fighting.
In which case, I think we can confirm that we're facing arms dealers operating on an international scale.
Yes, and their cover has been ironclad. There hasn't been so much as a trace leading back to them, until their most recent operation.
Let me guess. Someone leaked where the weapons are coming from. And it pointed right to the Nodcry Trade Expo.
Exactly.
I see. Well, weapons tend to be a hot commodity in a market with no restrictions. Say that the person you're searching for is in attendance. Does that mean you're prepared to ruin the expo to nab them?
I won't lie to you. Catching this person is my top priority.
How about this? In the spirit of being a good host, you give us a bit of leeway to do what's necessary. And in return, we won't do anything to undermine the expo. All deals made at the expo are protected, including those that would be illegal elsewhere. It's the entire purpose of an event like this. The Voynich Guild gets a cut from both the seller and the buyer, so we have a duty to uphold that principle. I can't just let a customer get scooped up by the authorities while everyone watches. You said this was a negotiation, but you don't seem prepared to compromise.
Let's think about this. Maybe there's another way?
Only deals made through the expo are protected, correct?
Oh? Theoretically speaking, were any deals to take place outside of the expo's scope, I would have no right to interfere. Good. Then we can promise that the rules will be followed. I want insurance, then. To hold you to your word, the Traveler must be part of all operations related to the investigation.
Are we gonna get a bonus for that? Can we get paid for this?
My thanks in advance.
Looks like negotiations are a success.
But how much are we getting paid?
Outcome I could have asked for. I appreciate the help, Traveler.
Don't mention it. I didn't want there to be any conflict between you guys anyway.
In that case, do me one more favor, would you? When this is all over, I want to hear the real story behind everything that goes down.
No problem. La 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 la
When
la.
this is all over, looks like we'll be working together quite closely. The pleasure is all mine. of course.
This whole negotiation really feels like something out of a light novel.
Oh my goodness. Have to wait even more than this will allow us. Ridiculous.
Well, it's been 2 days. Wonder how the investigation's going. Let's go check in with Yelan and Chevres.
Why not have a Fiorina check-in with Yelan and Chevres? Although it occurs to me that I actually have both those characters. So I could have Yelan and Chevres check in with Yelan and Chevres. You know, I know that there's some indication on the ring, and it's for something. But I don't know what it is. Should probably pay more attention to that stuff. Also, I do want to make a Circle Impact team. So it would have Mawika and Raiden, and I know that there are other characters that do like a ring thing.
Again.
But how does it stay on target?
It uses a remote guidance system. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The upgraded version doesn't even need that.
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself. Believe me, this thing is even more powerful than it looks. Ask me again once you're older.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two! I was just introducing our product to these discerning young customers.
Paimon thought you were here for some, you know, fishing? Wait, are these three?
What? No, of course not. The kids were just curious, that's all.
Why would you have...
Sorry.
Oh my
Are
goodness.
these three preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair. Come on, time to go.
Do we have
Everybody loves kids.
Don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already.
Listen, if Beto
Bother people when they're trying to
was like, oh, you know, go away, stupid kids, kind of thing, that would be a huge red flag.
In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista in action. How does that sound?
How much would it cost?
That sounds very,
Not a single mora.
Really? It's a promise then, miss.
with all those privateers. Yeah.
It's a battleship, isn't it? Are you sure you should be bringing children on board?
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy, do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru? A battleship may as well be a giant playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children as toys.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
It's only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship.
Oh my gosh.
If you're worried about safety, I can...
No, I suppose I'm just envious. That's all. I'll be sure to bring them over if we get the chance.
Guy needs to calm the F down.
He really cares about those kids, huh?
Well,
anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Doesn't care enough to override his... Well, I guess he did care enough to override his bias just a little bit.
Secret, fishing. Did you reel in the catch of the day yet?
I mean, you don't need to put emphasis on it when you...
Just waiting for a...
You, are using the code.
Where'd you come from?
Shh. It's actually very unhelpful to emphasize the code.
Well, that just proves my point. Something like this would only see more use in Fontaine.
Ah, except you never find something like this for sale there. Better jump on the chance now before it's too late.
Excuse me?
He's coming this way!
Steady now.
That is the most suspicious way that you could act.
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it.
Suspicious.
If you're not interested, you're free to move along.
What? Come on. There's no rule saying we can't haggle.
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that's factored into the price. Don't like it? Take it up with them.
Listen, I can tell this is something special. If you're willing to go a bit lower, I'm prepared to cut a huge deal.
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
Perhaps there's a way we can both get what we want then.
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this expo isn't the only place we can cut a deal.
Oh?
What would you say to working this out someplace else? Somewhere the guild can't get a cut?
That means no guild protection either. What will I do if you run off without paying?
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be me, don't you think? Point is, we're both going out on a limb here. But the reward's worth the risk.
Fine. Name a place. As a registered participant, though, I'm too close to the guild. If we don't want them catching on, I'll need to send a proxy.
Smart thinking. Let's meet here, then.
Well, that was easy.
Good. He took the bait. Let's go elsewhere to discuss our next move.
Also, if he turned around at any point and saw these people just appearing out of nowhere, including Yelan and Chevrus, don't you think that would tip him off? Encirclement of bullets and silk. So it's nice to know that Yelan was able to figure out what he wanted. Not so much Fontaine. Oh, the water looks really nice.
Got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how convincing I can be.
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area.
Yeah, too bad.
We're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask though, how did you know these guys would be so quick to abandon the expo?
I read their file. Nothing's off the table for them when profit's on the line. When it comes down to it, they'd see the protection the expo provides as just more red tape. Something to work around rather than with. Just like the law.
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him, and problem solved, right?
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring. And after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wings. If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
In that case...
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes, it's over.
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea, in theory. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like this.
I can work around that, but only as long as the deal goes ahead.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon. Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
You're telling me that
Yeah.
you really
You
have the
just
wherewithal
sabotage.
to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
Are they having a fight?
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Don't worry. I think they're getting along great.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised Nefer you would be involved in all our operations.
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Then you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything, it'll be 2 against 1.
Sounds good to me. He doesn't stand a chance against both of us.
Let's do this thing!
Yelan isn't a famous face. Seems like everybody knows who she is. Then again, apparently she can still go undercover. And, even with her fame. I guess that's just how it goes. She's just a master like that. We're seriously meeting at the flagship? Is a ballista handoff gonna happen at the flagship?
There he is!
Shh.
You really can't go lower?
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack. How do you plan to deliver the goods?
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts. So I'm guessing you need sea transport?
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port. It would be better to dismantle the product and transport the components in crates.
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry. But I'd still prefer to have it dismantled and stored in regular crates.
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden in unassuming cargo crates, because you operate right out in the open. Most of the weapons have come in through Yilong Wharf or Lumidus Harbor, so that seems to check out.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
That's our cue. There's the lookout. Yep, he brought back up too.
It's one of the undercover agents! He's making a break for it!
The captain of the special patrol will take it from here.
He's going off to warn the people who are already being rounded up. Oh, or they're gonna follow him. That's what it's gonna be. Gonna follow him right to the base of operations.
Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have to avoid bloodshed.
Trying to escape? Allow me to show you the way!
No? The objects along the road make the target change course.
No,
okay.
Not this way.
Had enough? Then turn around.
So she's avoiding bloodshed, but it's okay to, like, fire off a high-powered rifle and blow up stuff.
Out of steam yet? Cause I can do this all day.
I gotta say, Chevreus's rifle reminds me of Leon's rifle from Paladins. Just the one or both of them? Hope Marche hunters are willing to pay for all the damage.
Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way, I suggest you stay right where you are.
A special patrol uniform. You think bringing me in is enough? Do you even know how many of us there are? If even one gets a...
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes 20. Save the best for last, right?
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
It was an honor. Without the Spina's help back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It was about time we returned the favor.
What? I needed to make you seem intimidating to get these local gangs on our side. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be hilarious.
Ugh.
She is definitely no Don Corleone.
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula can mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine. This Navia has quite a few tricks up her sleeve.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to explain a thing.
Except for the guild's broken signboard, I would imagine.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is
sure
to
about
get these
that?
birds to sing. Should be an
Okay.
easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective interrogation tactics.
And if
Oh,
that doesn't
torture.
work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
Yes, also torture. Very different methods of torture that were used in China versus in medieval and ancient
Once we get someone
France.
to reveal who the mastermind behind all this is,
But
that's
long
when
traditions nonetheless.
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from the expo. But as far as our deal with the curatorium goes, I think that's a wrap.
Shouldn't we update Nefer then?
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from these agents. We'll be in touch once we have the information. Then we can head to the curatorium together.
Sounds good. Obvious help, Yalen and Chevreuse escort the suspects away.
That went a lot smoother than expected. Not a single one got away.
The story behind everything.
You're thinking about Nefer's final request, huh? Let's see. We have 2 expert detectives from separate nations teaming up to uncover an international crime ring. That's not a bad story. If you feel like it's missing something, maybe Yelan and Chevreuse will uncover something more interesting during their interrogation.
Excuse me. Are you the traveler? Yehoda needs you back at the expo venue as soon as possible.
Oh no! Did something happen?
I'm sorry, I don't know the details. All she said was that it's urgent.
Then let's get a move on!
Should we, or should we wait until Wednesday? I think maybe we need to wait until Wednesday. Because, yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. So, we're gonna have to call it there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the rest of your day is a good one, and I will see you later. Alright, hens.